we have kind of a few minutes to be able to share with each other, which would be very constructive. So I'm gonna nearly push that. I love to hear, at least on chat or on unmute sharing, just a small idea from all of you. It could be just in one sentence, what stood out the most from all what you had.
Hi, Damaris. Yeah, I mean, I think on talent management, I think wrongly people assume that it's just about training and development, and actually it's a continuous circle of engagement and exactly how Geeta described it. So it is something that's an ongoing something to consider, and not just a small piece of learning and development. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Arminda. Anyone else? We have actually, when we did the poll at the beginning, a total of 8 people that picked the hire as one of the things you had been focusing on, and 3 people that picked Envision. So I don't know whether someone that selected hire as something that you have been doing this year wanted to share some thoughts. Garland, thank you for the comment. I see you wrote, we are practicing them now, eager to improvise. Do you want to share a bit more about that, Garland, with all of us? Not sure if you are able to hear as well. Yes, I hear someone's voice. Please go ahead.
Damaris, it's Linda. I was just thinking that if we get the talent management right, and if we get the values and culture, the organisational design and development, and the inclusion right, we are less likely to have to recruit, because we'll keep our staff, and that will be a huge saving in the cost of recruitment, but also the lost opportunity as you onboard staff and as you perhaps have a gap. Management and creating the right culture to keep people has a knock-on effect that, you know, I didn't tick hire because I haven't had to hire anybody for a while. And that has a lot to do with our culture and our talent management and the development of staff. The fact that, you know, the organisation in Scotland doesn't look like it did 3 years ago, for example.
Yeah, really interesting points. Thank you, Linda. And I think it's coming to the realization that, as also Arminda highlighted earlier, talent management is more than the initial stages of recruitment and selection, and it's kind of looking after our staff all the way through their lifetime with us as an organization. We have plenty of comments in the chat. I was asking earlier on Garland to maybe share a bit more, and he wrote, looking for better recruitment sources. Very good comment. So we want to kind of have as much as possible a good pool where we can get the best people we can that is aligned to our mission, so that it links also with the aspect of envisioning and aligning people to our values and culture. I have a comment from Shan. Well-being and employee growth, very important to retain talent. Absolutely agree. And Shan and I are trying to do our best to make that happen for international office staff. Again, Garland is unpacking a bit more his comments, saying more engaging methods to staff, for staff to be happy. I like the way Garland has expressed that. We talk about well-being, we talk about the staff happiness, we talk about making sure that people are satisfied satisfied. And that's really a very strong responsibility for us to really encourage in our teams. And Belle, she's also sharing about the importance of hiring. She said it also depends on the moment of the organization. TLM Ethiopia is at the beginning of a new project which made us focus on the recruitment. So again, of course, we will be focusing on different aspects of the wheel depending of where are we as an organization. So absolutely agree with that. And from Luis, thank you very much. On Linda's presentation, one of the 6 ways to build a strong company culture, I saw be on brand. What does it mean? What does it mean? So maybe Linda, I don't know whether you can answer that question. It seems that on your presentation there was 6 ways to build a strong culture, and there was a B on brand. What does that mean?
It's B on brand that I described it as it would be the same for the international office. But if we are striving for excellence, if we're a brand, we want to be the best leprosy organisation. Our offices need to reflect that. Our practices need to reflect that. Our office, for example, our blinds have the fact that we're the Leprosy Mission Scotland with our logo on it. The pictures on our walls are of people affected by leprosy, so that we remember. We have a poster up of the global strategy and all the different parts of it. We have the plaque up that says we're investors in people platinum. We have a poster up that says you are on holy ground excellence. We strive to do the best we can for people affected by leprosy. It's your surroundings, it's your work practices. It's no good saying we want to be the best leprosy organisation, providing the best services, if our offices and our appearances and the way we treat our staff don't reflect that. I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you very much. So it's just the importance of linking that with our values, our cultures, and having it pretty much present. And I love the way you keep commenting. So Garland gives us more tips on talent management and engagement, like an annual out of station trip, a retreat, annual sports, and probably at the moment we are transforming this into remote retreats because of the current situation, but it is still possible. And another comment from Nerida, having KPIs and goals that link to strategic aims. How important is that? And finally, before we move on to the next stages of our strategic wheel, a comment from Dorothy on talent management, the importance of continuing learning and development and growing with the organization, accepting and adapting changes. Excellent. So I hope we have all been able to probably think how these 2 aspects, Envision and Hire, particularly maybe are a reality in our context, and maybe just within our own responsibility to think, what do we want to focus on in terms of these aspects moving forward? But let's just continue looking at the next aspects of our wheel. So I just handle back to Jane and Cindy to introduce the next part.